Very short wrap up of the day?
Yes, I do, Tony. I'm hoping to get to use it because I've been taking notes. So I'm glad you're giving me the opportunity. I'll be quick because it is the end of the day, which I think has been a really successful first day. I think we're clearer on the challenges that we aim to address through the ESSA project. Just as for those of you that don't know me, by the way, I should perhaps introduce myself. I'm Dean Stroud from Cardiff University School of Social Sciences, and as one of the principal architects of the writing of the ESSA project, I helped Tony, co-coordinate with Tony, the project. Some of my observations of today to begin. So the need of the ESSA project was outlined clearly, I think, by Klaus Peters from ESSA. And both Felix and Gabrielle connected this to industrial policy, with Felix focusing specifically on the European skills agenda, but both of them emphasizing the skills implications of the twin transition of greening and digitalization, which is set obviously within the wider context of industry challenges, things like extra overcapacity were mentioned, and the internationalization of the industry were mentioned too, for this wider context of industry challenges, and of course not forgetting COVID and what challenges that produces. So I think in that respect, the foundations for an industry-driven project were established. And today we have learned about the aims and objectives of the ESSA project, with Tony setting out how we aim to develop a blueprint to strategize for meeting industry needs. So the blueprint will focus principally on the twin challenges of Industry 4.0 and greening, and aim to develop by means of training offers and ecosystems, as well as the Foresight Observatory, mechanisms for identifying sector needs and adjusting them in a way that foregrounds industry-driven perspectives, and of course Tony's focus, particularly that I know you always like to get in and mention, Tony, social innovation. Jorge then set out for us in more detail how we harness the expertise of the Steel University to develop an online skills ecosystem and training products for the industry. And Tony further drew our attention to the need not only to upskill the current workforce, but also to tackle industry issues of image, recruitment, and retention. We then moved on to the parallel sessions that set out to present the research upon which the blueprint is based, informing those attending each session about the latest technologies coming through, particularly digital and Industry 4.0, the skill needs emerging as a result, and the gap between those needs and what national vet systems currently provide. And then we moved from this more focused ESSA discussion to be informed about other understandings, such as the earlier intervention from Veit, from ThyssenKrupp, but also, without going into detail, because it's just what we've listened to, but the other presentations, the Clean Steel Partnership, the Green Steel Project, on the steel industry specifically, inform us about, give us a wider perspective on what the ESSA needs to address. And of course, we also heard from the Drives Project and Beyond 4.0, which gives us other perspectives on similar questions raised by the ESSA project. And I think I can end things there, because tomorrow we look more closely at how the lessons we're learning can be rolled out in the blueprint that we'll be discussing tomorrow, the implementation process, which I think Tony is now going to go through quickly, the plans for tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, thanks a lot for this very, let's say, comprehensive overview of the first day. I like to say that I like this first day very much because thanks to all the speakers, we had not only the ESSA project in focus, but also different perspectives on skills development, etc. So that's very, very helpful. And just a short, quick look at the agenda for tomorrow, if I can find it. I can find it here. Yes. So you see, we have a very challenging program tomorrow as well. Please join us a little bit earlier. I think our colleagues prepared some questions, etc. For before the official start of the second day, which Dean already mentioned as implementation and rollout of the blueprint. We will have a high-level panel about this topic, implementation, moderated by Mika Nieminen from Eurofair. We will have a closer look at skills and jobs in the future steel industry on the perspective how to detect new skills and improve the learning arrangements. We have the member states perspective on board, and we have the regional perspective, regional strategies and ecosystems, and the already mentioned clusters of interest. And last but not least, our project officer hopefully could tell something about future funding possibilities by Erasmus+. It's a bit, all the programs are a bit pending for the official start, but maybe she could tell us first insights. So thank you very, very much. And it's, as Klaus-Peter said, it's always a challenge to do this online. It's not so interactive as planned and expected, but that's the way it is. And now I hope we will see you back tomorrow at 12:30, 13 for the last round of the second day of our intermediary midterm conference.